And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship stream. You could be watching from anywhere around the country or the world, and I really appreciate it. And I'm editing something I forgot to put here. It's a FRIYAY stream coming to you from the Spaceship Studios from a galaxy far, far away. And it is great to be here. Welcome. And now I'll be moving it over a little bit for you all to see me completely. So I'm going to go here. Alright, so now you will be seeing me. Alright, I didn't realize that the microphone was not working. So, no, the microphone was turned off by mistake. I never have the microphone turned off on this part of the... There's a file where I broadcast the part that you see right now. I usually do not have that part blocked out. So now the sound should be back on. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. Alright, so now the microphone is working. I must have turned off the microphone by mistake. Alright, so here we go. So, Frog, I don't know. Yeah, yesterday this happened to me. Yesterday, what happened was I was on the phone live and people couldn't hear me. And this time I had it turned off by mistake. So I must be subliminally against microphones or something. I don't know. Scared. But anyway, so Frog, okay, I don't know what the reason is why I can't usually see you at Law and Crime. I was not at Law and Crime today. I was doing some stuff with my grandpa and the internet and some other things with his car. But I missed everybody at the trial chat today. I wasn't there. It's probably been the first time that I've not been there like I usually am in quite a few years. But anyway, so basically, yeah, I'll see Frog. I don't think I have you blocked either. I'll check, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I have it on top chat instead of live chat. I don't really know what the reason is, but I'll be able to. I'll chat with you some kind of way over there on the trial chat, even if it's with like another account. But I don't know what it is. But thank you for you know what, Frog. If you went to your Google account and you have to click on your YouTube username and then check it there. Hello, Liberty. I'm glad to see you here too. Oh, I love how it has Frog and Anna, because it says FAFA. F around, find out. Well, it doesn't have the O, but it still works. It just reminded me of the FAFO, but it's still close enough. Hello, Liberty. It's great to see you. Welcome. Shout out to all you coming in. I appreciate everybody. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk to you about my day today, and I'm going to try the game out, see if it causes a problem. If it may cause a lag, I'll shut the game off. But we're still going to get into some of these cryptids and these other topics that we talk about. Just as we begin, we want to give people time to get here that might not be here just yet. But of course, we have a full audience right here, and it will not be long. But I'm just going to tell you about my day, then we'll get into other things. Although the game is liked, of course, it's still we'll get into the main topics as well. But I talk about the topics while I play the game. I do both at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, Liberty. I hope that you had a good day today, along with the other people in the chat. I hope everybody had a good time. And basically, it has for me. It's been a busy day. It's been quite crazy, but I got attacked by ants. Oh, hello, Trial TV. Good to see you, buddy. I had people as moderators that I know from YouTube that are cool people. So there's your wrench. All right. So now I will switch over to the game, which we're still talking about other things. I'm not just. It doesn't really matter, but anyway. So I'm gonna tell you all about my day while we have people come through. All right. And I hope I don't know how the Carlos trial went today. I'm sure it was interesting. Especially if he took the stand, which it's always a zombie apocalypse when I come to this game for some reason. But yeah, so hopefully, if there's anything interesting about it, I'm sure it was fun to watch. But I didn't get to see any trials today. So last night from yesterday evening, I was doing a phone live, and Squeegee was here, who also came from Trial TV Live. So it was, for some reason, I figured, well, I wanted him to, there's this Wi-Fi extender that's on the wall in a outlet, and it was plugged into something, and he thought that was causing his internet to go slow, and I'm just like, we all use the same internet. It's a very big place. So I went and was going to tell him that I would come up. Oh, on Monday. Okay, I'll be sure to be there on Monday. Okay, because thank you for that, Trial TV. Yeah, I said that right, Trial TV. So what happened earlier was I didn't have the internet. Oh, I had my cellular, but I didn't have because it was off. It was shut off. So I was trying to go over there to help him see what's going on with it, but I didn't get to go there because I was watching trials. So he just did it by himself, and then I didn't have the connection. I was theorizing what happened, but it didn't matter. We had a good stream yesterday. But then today, oh, hello, Joyce. It's great to see you. Carlos is taking the stand. Not sure that's a good idea. Well, Capri Law, I remember I learned a lot about law from Capri Law and GSI from both of them. And Capri Law would usually say all the time that taking the stand does not help the defendant. And anytime I saw it in a trial, it didn't work. So you're all going to be into for a clown show. I remember when Tellus took the stand, and he just dug his grave 6 more feet than it was originally. So, yeah, that is quite funny about him. So, I was going to help him with I went over there today. Oh, it's good to see you too, Abby. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I did not go to the trials today because I was seeing my grandpa and we're doing something with the internet. And also, I went there to also visit with him too. I visited him too. It was a combination of things. So when I went there, I plugged it in the way I want it to be plugged in, and it didn't completely. It did go out. His internet went out, and mine went too. So I unplugged the second Wi-Fi extender from the Ethernet plug, and everything is, for now, smooth sailing for everybody. So we did that, and then I admitted that he had the new Wi-Fi thing plugged in to the extension thing, and I'm like, that's not the best idea, and it wasn't getting a sufficient amount of energy. Then he wanted me to measure something on his car, and the measuring stick didn't quite work, so I had to go under there with it to do it properly. And then I got attacked by a bunch of ants. And then we had to go I measured it I measured it, and then that was it. But yeah, so I had to deal with the ants and stuff, and time everything was doing good, it was like everything was over. The trials were over. But I figured I'd be live and I'd see y'all. As I said, I didn't see nothing. I'm scared. And so, and then it went, for some reason, I had to do another reset on it. Then here we are. And I saw the cats. And then I came here. Because Moki, shout out to Moki, she wanted me to not go live too late. I'm like, all right, I'm a genie. I'll grant your wish. I like it in here. It's very dark. It's usually they fixed the graphics. I like it because it's like you don't really know what you're seeing. This is pretty cool. All right, so let's re-chat. Hi, alien spaceship. We're out having a date night dinner, but we wanted to hit the like button and say hello. Have a great live, young man. Sharon says hello and hugs. Well, hello and hugs to her too. I appreciate both of you very much. And that is, and see, y'all have a great date night. Thank you for dropping by, Dwayne, and telling me hello. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, Carlos, and remember what Moki was saying, that maybe Carlos was mentally, like, his illness, he didn't get the proper treatment. Other people think that he is guilty and intentionally guilty. We're going to have to see what happens, because it could go either way. Like, it's a good trial, it could be either one. Like, they're either not guilty for some reason or they're guilty. But the other thing about the really bad people, like the Anderson trial, where he set the car on fire, everyone seems to agree that that guy is bad. So it's good to have unity, but it's also good to have situations where we could discuss and debate what's it could be or could not be. And it doesn't spark a big emotion. Like, for instance, Karen Reed sparks big emotions in people. And it caused a giant chat room to get torn up. So a lot of people do not like the Karen Reed trial. They had enough of it. Grandpa was saying about when I was, like, the live stream, how I deal with people with live streams and stuff. He kind of reminded him of stuff he did with his roofing business he had, where, you know, he would talk to different clients and stuff like that. So it's the internet's quite interesting, and we're all part of this historical time period where people can stream online and talk. And as the centuries roll on, it will advance and continue in different ways. Now, if we don't get blown up in a war or something, that will be the outcomes. Over time, it'll advance. Yeah. So this cave is quite fascinating. A very fascinating cave. I'm scared. So, what we're talking about tonight, I'll see about some Diddy updates. I know people are kind of cringe out about Diddy, but I'm going to see if there's anything about him. Probably the same old thing. But mainly we'll be focusing on the haunted house from New York. We'll also be talking about some cryptids and stuff like that. And it'll be quite eclectic. The Possum Kingdom was cool. I enjoyed talking about that. I liked it. And as I said, you have... Oh, I didn't even know I had that. Okay. And I would like to see when Carlos takes the stand. I'll certainly make another opinion about him when I see that. Oh, so... Oh, a shout out to him. And I'm glad that he wanted to watch me. That's good. And hello, Fala. Great to see you. Welcome. I make people mods that are cool people that are in my chat. So, we'll make this our moderator. Alright. There you go. Oh, you're welcome, Liberty. Hello, Moki, my good friend. I am glad that you came, and I did it earlier like you requested. It may not be much earlier, but I was able to come through. Okay. And yeah, so in this game, the this cave is very nice and dark. Air, yeah. And hello Zero, my man, appears outside the spaceship. My bad. Pauses. If I enter this form, it might not be good for pause. Integrity nods firmly. Buddy. Hello, my friend. So Zero, I thank you for the more information on the sun because Zero has been keeping up with the solar flares that are solar storms that are coming to the planet that will cause problems for certain parts of the planet in the world. So I wanted to congratulate him for that, and I've been keeping up with what he's been sending me. Daughter said she's right about something. Hold shin, yeah. Enter is a correct word. Entire is correct word. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now, this cave reminds me of Beowulf. And, because he fought so it was this, it's like a medieval fairy tale where he went to go fight this. Grendel is the monster thing, like a Nephilim creature. But he went into a cave to fight the dragons. There was some like treasure there. So this is what that reminds me of. So the game has done much better with graphics. With the graphics, and now, as I said, looks like a real cave, certainly. So fighting some undead pirates right here, an undead brute, and then he darts back off into other space. I asked her if she would stop arguing with me, and she said probably not. Yeah. So I was making sure getting the Wi-Fi, the internet, the new internet we have. We're still getting the hang of it, and make sure it's going to be all correct. Oh, hello, the spaceship therapist is here. Well, welcome to the spaceship again. We need you here. It's always good to have you. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to Moki for the recent birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So, yeah, so Moki recently had the birthday, and that's really cool. And we'll always appreciate her and the stuff that she sends us. We, make commentary on. Well, that's very sweet of you, the therapist. Yeah, so Moki, today I missed trials because I was visiting with my grandpa and getting the internet uh, together correctly because I plugged something into it that didn't need to be plugged into it and it was causing it to get stagnant for both of our ends. So I took the second extender out of the USB, I had an Ethernet connected to it, but we had it unplugged. And then we went to, I disconnected it, and I was talking about YouTube channel, I was talking about all of you, and the day that we were having. I didn't see any trials, but then I went to, so Moki, I went to go measure his car, a part where it's supposed to be 5 inches according to AI, and then I measured it the first time, and it looked like it was more than 5, but it's a it's a yardstick. Will you ever see Grandpa I Love Your Family? Oh. He can... Okay. I could try to see if he wants to come to the stream. Let's see. Alright. I'm live. Alright. So... Let's go here. And I'll go and send him a link. let's see. I'm going to go to the other browser and make sure this link works for him to see. Because my grandpa's been to this stream before. He's been here before. It's been a while since he's been here. All right, let's go. Okay, so I have to do it this other way, where I press this. Oh, hello, Hellcat. Hello there. Alright, so it could buffer a moment, but we're just trying to go and copy that, see if it works. Copy link. Y'all give me a moment. I'm doing a lot of stuff with it, so... Okay, so of course it's not going to show the thumbnail that I want to be shown. Okay, and y'all, thanks for your patience, everyone. Oh, hello, Jamie. It's good to see you. I'm just trying to send a link here. That's all. Okay, copy. Copy. Okay. And just make sure it works. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to send a link. And now what we're going to have to do is the thumbnail correct that I want? The thumbnail's correct. Alright, so there we have it. Alright, so he should be coming in here. Alright, so now I'm going to be... Was just a piece, and you said, yes, so kind my job is to annoy you. Hilarious. Alright, so I'm back. He should be coming here any moment. All the peeps, and hello Jamie, and everybody else. Yeah, hello Hellcat, great to see you. Sorry if I misspelled people, good to see all cognitively here right now. Alright, so we're doing the internet, and yeah, I was with him today, and we had I enjoyed talking to him, and he liked it. And he should be coming in the chat at some point, or he might be a lurker, I'm not too sure. Yeah, go to the corner. Hilarious. Alright. So, yeah, the medieval cave now. There's another user fighting another villain, and we're going to go here. Probably use one of... Oh, my grandpa, so I wasn't at the trials today because I was over at my grandpa's place for getting the internet fixed up because there was something that I had plugged into it that wasn't working properly. Then I got it hooked up correctly, so now we're here. So it was my grandpa. Am I clear? Did I appreciate the feedback, everybody? What? Where? Alright, so now... Where, when... Barbrino flashback. Y'all are hilarious. Alright, now the cave is looking green. Now the cave is green. Okay, so now we're going to... Asking then questions. Scared? Alright, so I blew that zombie up. Okay. It's Hellcat. I know y'all are silly, and that's why I love y'all here. You know, y'all are fantastic. Y'all are officially the greatest chats on the internets, on the interwebs. Officially. Scared. And sometimes, since I'm in space, I don't even know where or who I am sometimes. You know, he want to knock on the window if he needed me. And I'm just like, you know, don't knock too hard because we might all get sucked out into space. No, and also today I asked him if he wanted to go on the spaceship. and he was a little bit apprehensive about going into space with us. And no one got my Barbrinio reference. I don't know what that is. I'm only a baby. All right. Yeah, so if y'all have any like thoughts on the trials that y'all saw today, I'd be interested to know about because I didn't see anything today. But as I said, hopefully I'll be there to see Carlos being found guilty. Not found guilty, but Carlos going on the stand. That's gonna be very interesting. All right, the governor's garden. All right. All right, so taking the sword and fighting him. Thank you, Liberty. We will review that. Well, oh, I know what Welcome Back Cotter is. I've seen Welcome Back Cotter. I've seen that before. I like watching that. I may not know all the characters, but I know that one. Ah, we will look in that. We will look into that. We will a little bit. Lori Lori Daybell's trial might be delayed a day. She claimed to be ill, and they couldn't finish the jury selection today. Oh, thank you, thank you. Abby says I just really talked to, I no think oh. I also have Facebook too. I have Facebook also. By the way. And I message people I know on there, but I don't like, you would say, talk. I don't really post in there much. You like Welcome Back Cotter, yeah. Yeah, that was a good show. I liked it too. And yeah, a lot of people, you see like there's shows now that they may not be showing generations later. So, Welcome Back Cotter and shows like it are so famous because of their iconic, message and stuff. And I don't know if the current shows will have that same, be the same way. So yeah, shout out to the vintage shows. Yeah, Moki's a sweetheart. I don't think that Moki's rude. She's always a sweetheart. Oh, hello, the other Aaron. Hello, good to see you. Now, according to Moki, she can be rude. Scared. Oh, Vinny. Okay, yeah, I've heard Vinny before. Oh, she'll get over it. Scared. Alright, now we're gonna fight this guy. Alien isn't even back yet. Scared. Yeah. Yeah, Alien is not back. I got to go and just tap around like Tic Tacs. Alright, so now we're going to go and just fight them with the dagger. Oh, hello, Cecil. Good to see you, buddy. Drinking water, Abby. Drinking, yeah, drinking water is good. You probably already know that, but yeah, the drinking water is also helpful. All right, so now this, I said, this cave is very aquatic. It's like going to the zoo or some sort of an aquarium. It's quite interesting, and that's certainly like the terrain. It's like a zoo because it's tropical, and they have these tropical saggy zombies in here. We're gonna go throw something at it. Bam. And then we're going to have the fight. Kind of upgrading the knife more. Okay. Let's see. All right, so Richard Schmidt right there. That's my grandpa right there. So shout out to Richard Schmidt right there. And so that's my grandpa's Richard. And yeah, sure, we could sing happy birthday to Moki. All right. So here we go. Happy birthday to Moki. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Moki. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, Moki. So have a good time with that. Yeah, shout out to Moki. Cool people. Oh, hello, Miranda. Great to see you. Yeah, and also, as I said, Richard. Yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, Richard's my grandpa. Yeah. I could sing it again if that's what y'all want. Hey, I'm here, but my phone is dead, so I'll be back. Okay. Oh, hello, G. Good to see you. Let's say if you're talking about the trial. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to answer Richard's question about the. Does she ever get tired? The lady. I am not. Richard. I am not too sure. I'm not too sure. To answer your question. Sometimes it's a mystery to me. Oh, so G, what I was doing is I was with Richard, who's in the chat, my grandpa, and we were doing stuff with the internet today because I had something plugged into it that may have been causing an interference, so it didn't need to be plugged in anymore. It was another extender. So I visited with him and I was talking about y'all and my experiences with the trials and stuff and YouTubers, and he told me about his experience with the roofing business and it reminds him of stuff that he was doing. Yeah. So shout out to Richard Schmidt right there. That's my grandpa. I'll pin his comment. Y'all could know him. All right. So yeah, hello 49ers. It is great to see you. Welcome. Don't forget to smash the like button. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's what I was doing, and also I was helping him measure the vehicle. The Toyota, where it's supposed to be 5 inches off the ground with the lowest part. And basically, with the lowest part, that is where, because he bumped, because the car is kind of low and it bumped something, and he was trying to get it so it could be not bumping, it could be a little bit higher up. And then I went to go do it, and then the ants attacked me. But I still measured it. But yeah, the ants attacked me, but I was okay. Yeah, so that's where I was today. It was a good day. You're welcome. You're on clearance. Okay. Thanks for the area. Oh, you accidentally timed him out. Okay. Well, I'll have to make. I'll add him. I should add him to the mod group. Oh, he timed him out by mistake. Okay. He. Okay. So we're gonna make him the moderator, so that doesn't happen. So okay. So basically, what I do is I give mods, the people in the chat, the wrench that are cool people, and also Richard is my grandpa. He's also a cool people, and yeah, and also she accidentally by mistake timed him out, but that's okay. He'll still be able to chat. It'll just be a couple of seconds. So now, Richard, you will have a blue when it fixes itself. You'll have a blue wrench, and that won't happen again. So, but of course, you need a wrench. Your family. All right. So G says that matters far more. Family and real life stuff. We get so caught up in here. Moki, why are you home and not out? Oh. So Richard, it was if she timed you out, it was a mistake. It was an accident. But it won't happen again. Yeah, Grandpa Mod. Yes. And he's helped me out a lot throughout my life and also with YouTube here too. Yeah, so shout out to Richard. Cool people. And yeah, and we worked on this today, and now we're here, and it's all working now. Yeah, this is a celebration. Abby accidentally clicked on Richard's name by mistake, and he needs to be a mod because he's family. I just forgot to add him as a mod. And also, Moki, a reason why I give people a wrench is because I want to give people a thank you for subscribing to the channel. And because I trust them with the channel because we all have the wrenches as a, as a thank you for subscribing to the channel. And also the other reason too that I don't want them, they can block each other if they don't want to see each other, but it's only people that I know of that I give it to. So that is another reason, but they can still block each other and they won't be able to see their comments. But yeah, blocking other people in the chat because everybody needs to have their opinion. So that is slightly true, Moki, but it's not the main reason. But thank you, Moki, for the of. That is also true at the same time. That is also true. So shout out to you, Moki. I'm glad you think I'm humorous. And Joyce said she is not going to be fixing anything. She's too tired for that. Yeah. Y'all don't have to do anything. I'll take care of everything. It's more of an honorary thing, but also the other reasons do. All right, now we're going to be sailing off. We're going to be sinking some ships, and then we're going to go into the haunted house in New York. Oh, Sam, welcome, and I'm glad that you enjoy it too. And and also, Grandpa, thank you for always helping me out with the internet and everything and being here. I appreciate you very much. All right. Thank you, Hellcat. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be attacking this ship right here. We're going this way. And now turning this way, and we're going to go and fire. Yeah, putting it to all chat. All chat is good. And also, Liberty says, thank you, Grandpa, for the DNA contribution of our friend Alien. Yeah, and you see, he taught me a lot of things growing up, and yeah, I have the great genetics from him also. Absolutely. Sam says, have you been talking about the... Oh, Durd of LA. It's called The Legend of Pirates Online. And hello, Durd. Good to see you. Have you been talking about the Diddy trial? I'm curious what you think of it. If you do, I'll be listening for you for a bit as I get ready to play some Pokemon Go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something I got to go download again. All right, so with Pokemon Go, well, I want to talk about. I like Pokemon Go, but we have to ask me about Diddy. So that's what we got to address. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's true. Yes, the same movie. It's based off the movie. So I think Diddy is guilty, and I think a lot of the stuff that's coming out about him is very explicit. He certainly, seeing with Kid Cudi and how he allegedly threatened some people with there's bomb threats. There's all kinds of stuff that he did. He allegedly took out Biggie and Tupac at some point. He also, which that's not in the case, but this is about Ventura, and some people think Ventura kind of collaborated with him with some of the crimes, but basically, in my opinion, she has like Stockholm syndrome if she did, and she was certainly abused, and she needs her justice. But at the same time, I'm still looking at the case and reviewing it, but so far he seems very guilty. He doesn't seem like he's well liked anywhere. I've not seen much anyone really defend him. Exactly, Sam. And basically, Moki says I should have been a medical examiner. Ah, okay. So that's I think about that. I think he's guilty. And oh, okay, Richard. Richard understood. Richard. And yeah, so he has his. You see, he has his blue wrench now. Yes, that should have been done before. And we have so that with Diddy. Yeah, I think he's guilty now. He does have Brian Steele, and Brian Steele is an excellent attorney. He defended Young Thug, and I was very active in that trial at YSL. I met many people there, and everybody, just like y'all like to see me, that group liked me too. So I did good with that one. And as I said, Brian Steele's a great attorney, and now he needs my opinion about Diddy. He would need the greatest attorneys he could possibly find. So I think that Brian Steele would be a great option for him. But he doesn't really have much options to work with. So yeah, so far I think he's guilty. Oh, Miranda said Trump will never pardon P. Diddy. It's fake news propaganda again. Oh, I didn't even hear about that, but definitely, I don't think he'll pardon P. Diddy. Yeah, I don't. And as a joke, I don't think that he donated anything to him. So, as a joke, but yeah, he certainly will not. I don't think would pardon him. I don't think that he forgot to donate to him. I don't block people unless they call me something they can't come back from, like cracker. Ah. Exactly, exactly. And no one should be calling you that, Abby. Jamie, you can message people in Discord if you want. Falsum. And she said, what about Meg the Stallion lying about Tory Lane's shit? It ties in. I don't know. It could tie in Miranda. I don't know enough about that to comment on it, but it could be tying in. That's possible. A Tory Lane defense is guilty, man. Black men are protected and sentenced way faster than other racist cultures. Megan, being black born woman, is going to defend a black man until she held to the oath. Okay, Sam, thank you for your position on that. Okay, so 49ers said something. She said, Trump won't be able to do anything if he gets state charges on him. I've been watching since day one of my state. Oh, okay. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think so, but we'll see, I guess. And shout out to G for the super chat. G says, Happy birthday, Moki. I am paying for your gift to Alien. Thank you, Alien H. Thank you for getting us together. We love you, Moki. P.S. Choose this because of my fave color is yellow. Oh, well, thank you. And shout out, a very happy birthday to Moki. And thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Very generous. Very generous. And also, Grandpa, it was nice working with you today with the Wi-Fi extender, and I went up there a second time, and yeah, you see, and did a very good work with it. Very good work with it. And also, Grandpa, I brought all these people together from different parts of YouTube in one place. And that's what I do all day long. And I changed it for the better, and without them, I would not be where I am now. And Moki, I cleared my block list after all. I left L long crime and it's remained empty. Hilarious. 49ers said, me too. The fact that he has some kind of power in jail bothers me to deletion. Scared. So much fake stuff coming out from Diddy trial. It's hard to find reliable sources. Absolutely. I'm over 2,000 on my block list, but they deserve it. LOL. Oh, yeah, definitely. the cracker thing. Oh. Scared. Yeah, you see, yeah, Jamie, I'm an alien, and I had to abduct the Earthlings and make them into aliens like me. And it was just a great idea to get, people want to share chat messages, be goofy, funny, and share their information, and taking the entire experience of chat room and putting it in one channel. You like hot dogs and drinks. I was going to go in and plunder some other ships over here. And shout out to all of you. I appreciate everybody for, being here. Very awesome. Thank you, Jamie. I'm glad you understand. Yeah, and G said, while I was doing the super chat, I heard that Trump was helping Diddy. Well, he just got Christie's out. The daughter talked to him on the road to walk home. I saw the press conference today. Yeah, and I read about that, G. I read about that. And I made a joke that I don't think Diddy donated to him, so he won't pardon him, as a joke. Because I think that, as I said, I don't know. I know about the case, but I get to see what like the media says about it, and I think they donated to him or something. I'm not too sure, but I do know that about the pardoning. I did research the case. I did research the case. It was odd not seeing you in trial chat today. I kept watching for you. So Cecil says it was odd not seeing me today at the trial chat. I kept watching for you, and also Moki was asking about me too. GSI also. Yeah, everybody. I was with family with my grandpa, and we were. I visited him and talked to him and had a good time with him. But I also was getting this internet problem situated so he can have it work for him and it could work for me. And here we are. We worked together and we did this. And, he did roofing and stuff like that. He did a lot of things in his life. Now, it's the internet stuff. Moki already did that. What else you got for me? And Miranda says, yeah, I'm happy I have no idea who they were, but if they were falsely accused or they were set up like they said, I believe it happened often. Not all celebrities don't pay their taxes. It can't be. And did you guys know that Donald Trump pardoned Kodak Black? He did pardon him in his last presidency. I didn't know that until recently. And I like Kodak Black. He's a good person. Not really. Not being honest. Not really, and I'm being honest. Oh yeah, I knew about it when it happened. He pardoned Lil Wayne, I think. He pardoned a couple different people. And I think that was all right. I don't know what the intentions were behind it, but I think it was all right. And Miranda said, I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. I do absolutely believe they cheated on taxes. It happens more than we know. I do think they need 12 years in jail as punishment. Nope. Oh no, Squeegee's here. Scared. Scared. Oh, shout out to Squeegee. Alright. Yeah, so now we're going to continue to sink these ships, and it's not foreign thing that people don't want to pay taxes. I can see Todd doing it now, be honest. It makes sense. I watched a show for years. Abby, I don't at all presidents pardon folks. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Trump was getting sued by the Senate for tax invasion until he got his friends into office, but yeah, yeah. And I'm just listening. I'm just like I'm monitoring. I'm just like kind of like watching what y'all are saying. Y'all have some very good ideas back and forth. Very healthy discussion. Say I'm right, but how could they say he didn't pay taxes if he showed the recipients the public? Is very confusing. I got my head bitten off by the other day in chat, but one of their friendship took over to the end. And she said it herself that Todd admitted the status of him having said that. Or someone to delete someone jail. Nope. Moki, understood. And I'm watching the situation, and it's just let's see how it goes. It looks like it's going good at the moment, but I understand your concern. It'll be okay, Moki. All right, it's all gonna be all right. I have to go to see Captain Jack Sparrow, to make a trip to go see him for a moment. All right, so yeah, see, oh, Sam and Miranda are like sisters. And Miranda is very good at discussing stuff with people. And the other people in the chat, like G and Sam, sound pretty cool. Yes, yes, Joyce, it usually does. It usually does. Now, I'm confident that the situation will be okay, and if it isn't, I'm here and I'll make sure everything goes all right. Right. And understood, Jamie. Understood. I understand your position. Do as you please. And I'm not talking about it specifically, but I'm just seeing what the chat might be. They seem like they're having a peaceful discussion about it at the moment. We'll see how it goes. But if do whatever you feel is best, Jamie. And Trump getting sued by everyone. I'm just sipping my tea, watching. Yeah. And I'm recovering Democrat and feel pretty passionate and doesn't really land well with the chat usually. Yeah. Sam, and sometimes listening to someone like Sam helps me have open mind hearing other sides. Okay. No one is talking about Trump at all, to be honest. Or likely literally said pardon. So like we're talking about a case. We're talking about a case that happened. Not really about Trump specifically. And I'm just like indifferent about it. I'm not even like really saying anything about it. I'm just reading what the chat's saying. He pardoned the Chrissies because their time was disproportionate to others. All right, Moki. I didn't hear about that. As I said, I don't know either way. I saw the case, but like, it's up for interpretation. But thank you, Moki, for saying the position on it. Okay, Tasman, thank you. Yeah, see you later tonight. All right, so now we're gonna go to the other, not the other channel, but the other area where we're gonna see Captain Jack Sparrow and hang out. All right, so now we're gonna see Captain Jack Sparrow. We're gonna roll right in. Scared. Yeah, the toothbrush incident. All right, there he is. Hey, I'm real life. So is Alien and many others in the chat. If politics is something you don't care, it's okay. I don't care. I don't care, boo. All right, and also, yeah, and Jamie and anybody else, y'all feel uncomfortable about the topics that people bringing up. Well, just we will go to something else. All right. Because I don't care about politics or anybody. I don't know Trump or Biden or anybody personally. Y'all are the only thing that matters to me. All right? Y'all matter more to me than any petty opinion or idea on something. So, as I said, if y'all do feel like uncomfortable, like the chat wants to go to something else, just let me know, or y'all collectively can do it. It's fine. It's all good. They're talking about a case that happened. All right, there he is. All right, so there is the legend right there. There's Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean sitting there. All right. And hey, Alien, have you watched the congressional hearings on UFOs, UAPs? We had to delete our stream that we planned until it ends. I have to read trial and then I'll read the other people. All right, Alien, have you watched the congressional hearings on UFO UAPs? We have had to delete our streams that we but plan to stream them again. Oh, trial. I've been keeping up with it, and I think it's very telling. It's very telling. And basically, I am I've been keeping up with it, and I think that finally after all these years, aliens are being taken more seriously now because there is something out there. Also, there is the Planet X, Planet 10, that's in our outer parts of our galaxy that may come towards our planet at some point, and Zero has confirmed it that it's true, and other sources have confirmed it's true already. So yeah, I think that it's great finally it's being taken seriously. They couldn't hide it for long, so that's why they now have to go and tell us about it. G says literally what I said. I don't care about either side. It's never about them. I don't like lies or liars. No one can call for operation of another's mind. It's fine. If it gets weird, I'll time out somewhere until it ends. Okay. And Moki and all right, everyone had enough for one day. Just thought I would pop in since I hadn't been for a while. Good night, all. Kiddo said thanks for telling him what game that was, Alien. Oh, you're welcome. Good night to both of you. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by. A movie I'm going to see soon is the Lilo and Stitch movie. I recommend that. That's a cool movie. I've not seen it yet, but I saw the original one. No one could tell me what I meant or what I was talking about. It's humanly impossible. If it was Biden or the deleted presidents, I'd say the same. I stated facts. All right, G, understood. And I am leaving. Take care, everyone. Have a blessed night. I literally was only talking about today's YouTube stuff and news. I don't care about any of those people. All right, G. I wasn't saying anything to you, but all right, do what you feel is best. And then you have Caprice says, "My boy Alien is live. Look at the people here. I'm so proud of you, man. Thank you so much." I was not talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. I had nothing to do with you. I only care about real life people. I know strangers and victims in life. That's all. In fact, I love Chrissy's show and happy they're out. Okay, that's fine. Sam says, Miranda, I'll have a beer with you and see you in Alien later on tonight's show. Okay. Understood. And okay. And then we have the other thing right here. Okay, so let's see the link Milky sent me. And it is kind of hard to find. Okay, going this way. Oh, hello, 666. It's great to see you. All right, Moki, I'll go and put the other thing up on the screen. All right, that's good. I'm gonna look at what Moki sent me. And remote to the other window and look at what Moki sent me. All right, shout out to the spaceship cats. All right. Okay, understood. Understood. Let's see. What I can do is play the audio of it and not the video part. That usually helps with the copyright thing. So we'll try that. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm gonna read this. Oh, hello, frog. Something 15,000 light years away is pinging us. NASA's we're looking into it. NASA just picked up a cosmic signal from deep space that blinks for 2 minutes every 44, like it's trying to say hi. It's called the ASKAP J1932 to 0911. Yeah, catchy name, and it shoots out X rays and radio waves for up to 5 minutes at a time. Not a pulsar, not a black hole, not your Wi Fi acting up. NASA thinks it might be a deleted star, but also says it could be alien tech. 666 says, "What's with the psychedelic cats? They playing with an etch, a sketch? Yeah, they're etching a sketch. That is what they're doing. Absolutely." They're etching a Timu sketch. Moki brought Chucky E. Cheese here with her cute Moki. Hilarious. Alright. So. Then we have. Thank you, Capri. I'm a magnet for cool people. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so since Moki's concerned about the copyright, I won't play the video thing. I won't play it. I'll just read you all about what it says. Something 15,000 light years away is pinging us. NASA, we're looking into it. NASA just picked up a cosmic signal from deep space that blinks for 2 minutes every 44 like it's trying to say hi. It's called an ASKAP J1932-0911. Yeah, catchy name. And it shoots out X-rays and radio waves for up to 5 minutes at a time. Not a pulsar, not a black hole, not your Wi-Fi acting up. NASA thinks it might be a deleted star, but says it could be an alien tech. And earlier, it seems that G got upset, and, you know, I was referring to something else. I wasn't even referring to her or anything she said. So that was, I kind of lost me there, but it's okay. So that is about the thing that she sent me. Okay. Okay, thank you. Now I want to talk about what the other one that Liberty sent me. There's a motto that I have, is that a friend to all is a friend to none. So, I say what I thinks, even if people may not completely like what I do. I do as it must be done. Alright, so here we go. We're going to read about the giant in Spring Canyon Park. Pieces of a stone giant are embedded in the earth of this Colorado Park's playground. Yeah, I cannot make everyone happy. I'm not a pizza. Yes. And specifically what I was referring to is the concept of, if people were to get into a heated discussion, we'd be able to handle it. That's what I was trying to say. And I was making a statement that not all that, the politics and stuff doesn't matter to me what people think. That they matter the most to me. So even if we have the discussions, it doesn't matter. And she got upset. I was not talking about her at all. Not even a little bit. I wasn't even referring to her even slightly. I was referring to something else. And I was talking to Jamie. I was talking to her, not... G didn't do anything. But she must have misinterpreted it. Alright. So this is quite interesting to show y'all. Right here. The giant in Spring Canyon Park. Pieces of a stone giant are embedded in the earth as Colorado Park playground. So this is quite interesting. It looks like looks like something, a foot, some toes of something that was existing at one time. So there's a conspiracy theory that these things were actually fossils of humans and stuff that exist. Therapist says few people can have rational discussions about politics anymore. And probably why most channels don't allow that in. Just a guess. Understood, therapist. Capri said, Alien, you're so good at this. Way to balance your love for your people. Thank you. Thank you, Capri. All right. So this is some more images of it. Scared. Yeah, so shout out to Liberty for sending me this. Legend has it that a mighty tomahawk once brought down a fearful giant, turning it into stone and scattering its pieces near Horsetooth Reservoir. Legend has it that the mighty tomahawk once brought down a fearful giant, turning it to stone and scattering its pieces near Horsetooth Reservoir. And Jamie, you didn't cause a problem. I was just letting you know if you had any issues, just let me know, and I would settle the situation. That's what I was saying. You didn't cause any problems. Anyway, so turning to stone and scattering its pieces near Horsetooth Reservoir. Now, if you look carefully at the rock climbing structures by Spring Canyon Park's playground, you'll notice a nose, a mouth, and an eye sunken into the ground in one section, and nearby a hand rises out the ground. The giant's ghastly foot can be found, toes out embedded in the earth, and just beyond the playground. She didn't cause any drama. She didn't do anything. I didn't say she did. You can stick your head up a giant's nostril or hop from toe to toe. The legend of the giant is written nearby in England. English and Braille. What better way to capture the beauty of the region than sitting atop a big toe? Alright, so that is the cryptid thing. That allegedly is the remains of a giant Nephilim. No, so basically what happened was... So basically, there was a situation where Jamie was uncomfortable by something that occurred with some politics talk, another stream, and everybody's into their own things. So basically, someone else was saying about how Sam was saying they don't have to get into politics. It's they don't have to get into it. So I said, you know what, I personally don't care either way about it. Y'all are my main focus. No, Jamie, it was not you. Okay, hear me out. It was not you I was referring to. So basically, there's an incident where you were upset about the politics stuff, and I said, you know what, just anybody, not you specifically, but it was mentioned about the politics. So I'm like, so if you or anybody has problems with a topic that's being talked about, let me know and we could go to something else. Because I don't want to, we don't have to talk about things that y'all don't want to talk about. We could talk about something else that more on topic that we usually talk about. So it wasn't about you specifically. It was anybody in general that felt that way. And then G got upset because she thought that she caused some sort of a problem. But I wasn't even talking about her. She could talk about whatever she wants. But I'm saying if anyone, brings up something that's kind of off topic for what we usually talk about, and then we could go to something else. So anybody has a problem with something that I talk about or bring up, we could go to something else. That's all I was trying to say. That's all I meant. Jamie, you're fine. You didn't cause a problem. I'm not mad at you. I care about all of you very much. And I don't see, my point is there's people that are very passionate about politics and different things, but I don't care about anything but y'all. My main focus. You're fine. You didn't do anything. And if people get offended and triggered, they don't matter to me. They could think what they want. I'm not a pizza. I'm not here to make everybody happy. And, yeah, Jamie, you're fine. I want you here. If you want to leave, that's fine, but I want you here with us. All right. So, but we could have debates if people want to. That's also fine. Or if they don't want to, that's also fine too. All right. Oh, hello, Greg. Good to see you. All right. So now we are continuing. Oh, it's all right, Jamie. You didn't do anything wrong. Thank you, therapist. Thank you, therapist. I am not a pizza. I'm not here to make anybody happy. I can't do it. And I don't mind if I offend people. I don't mind if I was streaming here by myself. But if y'all want like to be with me, I appreciate you all being with me. Yeah, Bigfoot. So yeah, so you think that this could have been a predecessor for Bigfoot? He likes bad cheese, that bad blue cheese. That's what he likes. And yeah, so that definitely is like a Bigfoot type creature. So that's possibly could have been one of the Nephilim Bigfoot creatures that we were discussing in another stream. He is not a cheeseburger. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. That's pretty much what we're showing. And also 49ers said the same way, alien spaceship, I just bounce. I won't be put in a position to have to explain myself, and I don't ask them to explain either. Oh, well. Oh yeah, okay, 49ers, understood. Understood. And, alright, we have that. Now we... But of course debates are welcome here. Debates are fine to have. At the same time. If the chat is interested in that. Alright, so... Oh, Greg, everything... What's good? So, Greg... Basically, what happened, we're just having a good stream and hanging out. And talking about different stuff and making my mission statement again. That's what we're doing. And somebody on X posted that a rock entitled Nephilim Shield. Hilarious. I mean, I had no idea it was a person until you showed me. Oh, my goodness. More. Okay. So, talk about this other thing. Unfortunately, something I was going to talk about for G that she's going to miss because, she got offended at something that wasn't even directed at her. People got to not follow their emotions. They got to follow logical reasoning. But anyway, so basically, I am going to talk about the Amityville haunting, the New York haunting right here. It's possible that she could still be listening or lurking. She just might not be with us in the chat. But whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me. You see, with me, like, I can care less what people think about stuff. Anyway. I just had a headache cured by egg toast, real maple syrup, and coffee. More research needed. Abby, OMG, I was laughing because I feel the same way all the locals, Sofia, this guy, Krayax, Novia, Jesus loves, but I don't. If people have an issue with me, I'll bend over so they can lick it and kiss it. Yeah, facts. Yeah, 'cause I agree. I'm the same way. I could care less. Care less. As I care about the collective, in this situation, I care about the collective group, not individually. Right, the collective. Alright. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the Amityville horror. The Amityville Horror is a book by American author J. Anson, published in September 1977. It is also basis of a series of films released in 1979 onward. The book is based on the claims of paranormal experiences by Lute's family, but has led to controversy and lawsuits over its truthfulness. The Amityville stuff is BS. Oh, okay, Moki. I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that. My oldest dog is turning 12 tomorrow. We're going to stay up until midnight and then have dog ice cream. I have not been keeping up with the Conjuring House. I'm not familiar with it. Alright. So happy birthday to your dog. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. To your dog. A shout to your dog. On November 13, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and deleted six members of his family at their home. They lived at 112 Ocean Avenue, a large Dutch colonial house situated in a suburban neighborhood in Amityville in South Shore of Long Island, New York. After a trial lasting 7 weeks, DeFeo was convicted of second-degree murder in November 1975 and sentenced to six terms of 25 years to life in prison. DeFeo was deleted in prison in March 2021. All right, the plot. The book describes the house of 112 Ocean Avenue as remaining empty for 13 months after the DeFeo murders. In December 1975, George Kathleen Lutz bought the house for what was considered to be bargain price of 80,000. Okay, Liberty says my youngest dog is having a fourth birthday on Wednesday, so we will have another dog ice cream then too. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. All right, so the book describes the house of 112 Ocean Avenue as remaining empty for 13 months after the DeFeo murders. In December 1975, George and Kathleen Lutz bought the house for what was considered to be a bargain price of 80,000. The five-bedroom house was built in Dutch colonial style and distinctive gambrel roof. It had been swimming pool for bathhouse as it was located on a canal. George and Kathy married in July 1975 and each had their own homes, but they wanted to start fresh with a new property. Kathy had three children from previous marriage: Danielle 9, Christopher 7, and Melissa Missy at 5. They also owned a crossbreed Malamute Labrador dog named Harry. During their first inspection of the house, the real estate broker told them about the DeFeo murders and asked if she would affect their decision. After discussing the matter, they decided that it was not a problem. The Lutz family was moved in December 18, 1975. Much of the DeFeo family's future was still in the house because it was included in 400 as part of the deal. A friend of George Lutz learned about the history of the house instead of having it blessed. At the time, George was a non-practicing Methodist and had no experience of what this would entail. Kathy was a non-practicing Catholic and explained the process. George knew a Catholic priest named Father Ray who agreed to carry out the house blessing in Anson's book Real Life Priest Father Ralph J. It's an alien spaceship show. It's the alien spaceship show. Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you, Moki. Lut's family moved there in Catholic. Okay, I read that part. Okay. Father Mancuso was a lawyer judge in the Catholic court at the psychotherapist who lived in the local Scared Heart retro rectory. He arrived to perform blessing with George and Kathy, who were unpacking their belongings in the afternoon, December 18, 1975, and went into the building to carry out the rites. When he flicked the first holy water and began to pray, he heard masculine voice demand he get out when leaving the house. Father Mancuso did not mention this incident to either George or Kathy. On December 24, 1975, Father Mancuso called George Lutz and advised him to stay out of the second floor room where he had heard the mysterious voice of the former bedroom of Mark and John. Matthew DeFeo and Kathy planned to use as a sewing room. The call was cut short by the statistic. Following his visit to the house, Father Mancuso allegedly developed a high fever and blister on the hands similar to stigmata at first. George Kathy experienced nothing unusual in the house. Talking about their experiences subsequently, they reported that it was they were each living in different houses. Scared. We're talking about the Amityville Horror House. After getting in touch with Father Mancuso, the Lutzless decided to take some belongings and stay at Kathy's mother's house in nearby Deer, New York, until they sorted out the problems with the house. They claimed that the phenomena followed them with their final scene of Anson's book describing the greenish black slime coming to the staircase towards them on January 14, 1976. George and Kathy Lutz, with three children and their dog Harry, left 112 Ocean Avenue, leaving all their possessions behind. The next day, a mover arrived to remove the possessions to send Lutz's. He reported no paranormal phenomena while inside the house. Looks like there's three chats within a chat. Yeah, there you go. The book was written after Tam Mossman, an editor of the publishing house Prentice Hall, introduced George and Kathy Lutz and Jay Anson. Lutz's did not work directly with Anson, but submitted around 45 hours of tape recorded recollections to him, which were used the basis of the book. Estimates the sales of the book are around 10 million copies from numerous editions. Anson is said to have based off the title of Amityville Horror, The Dunwich Horror, and H.P. Lovecraft, which was published in 1929. And Moki, as I also told Remy that she's wrong for thinking you're racist, but you're not. She completely disagrees, but as I said, I stuck up for you, and I completely disagree with her with that. Yeah. Anyway. Disputes over accuracy. The role of Father Pecoro Corario, Father Mancuso, has been given considerable attention. Father Precario stated in an official. And Zero says, suddenly appears from the lower decks. I hear yelling over here. Oh yeah, the chat is getting rowdy. The chat is getting excitable. But everything's fine, Zero. Thank you for being a backup. Who is testing how good I really am? Looks around. Alright. Who has given considerable attention? Father Precario stated in an affidavit during a lawsuit in the late 1970s that only his contact with Lutz's concerning the matter had been by telephone. Other accounts. Oh, hilarious, Abby. Other accounts say that the father P did visit the house but experienced nothing unusual there. In 1979, he described his experience while blessing Amityville house during an interview of the television series In Search of. The interview, he makes it clear that he did in fact enter a home, that he was slapped by invisible force and told to get out by disembodied voices. James and Barbara Crummentary, who bought the house for 55,000, equivalent of 285,000 in 2024 in March 1977, rejected claims of physical damage to doors, locks, and windows. Barbara Coromarity argued that there appears to be the original items and had not been repaired. The couple also revealed that Red Room was small closeted basement that would have right. Yeah, y'all are hilarious. Yeah. Y'all are cool people. Alright. Small closet basement known as Lutz became it was not concealed in any way. Local Shinecock that sounds funny. Indians rejected the claim and made chapter 11 of the book of that house was built in a site where the tribe once abandoned the mentally ill and the dying. Throws up my hands, woe, not from you, backs away. Researchers Rick Moran and Peter Jordan rejected the claim of the cloven hoof prints in the snow on January 1, 1976. Their investigation revealed that there had been no snowfall at the time. No neighbor reported anything unusual during the time, and Lutzes were living there. Police officers are depicted visiting the house in the book in 1979 film, but records show that the Lutzes did not call the police. There was no there is no bar Amityville called the Witch's Brew at the time. Stephen Kaplan and the critics have pointed out that the charges were made to the book, it was reprinted in different editions. In the original hardcover edition, Father Precario's car, the old tan Ford, and experiences an incident which Hood files up against the windshield while he is driving. In the latter editions, the car described the Chevrolet Vegas before reverting to Ford. In May 1977, George and Kathy Lutz filed lawsuits against William Weber, Paul Hoffman, working at account of the hauntings, Bernard Burton, and Frederick Mars, both allege clairvoyants who had examined the house, along with Good Housekeeping magazines. The New York Sunday News and Hearts Corporation. The Lutz's alleged misappropriation of the names for the trade purpose invasion of privacy. The mental distress, the claims against the news corporations were dropped, and the remainder of for trade purpose invasion privacy. In mental distress, the claims against the news corporations were dropped, and the remainder of the lawsuit was heard by Brooklyn District Court Judge and Jack Weinstein in September 1979. Judge Weinstein dismissed Lutz in the September 17, 1979 use of People magazine. William Weber wrote, "I know this book is a hoax. We created this horror story, Many Bottles of Wine." This refers to the meeting of Weber and with George and Kathy Lutz, during which they discussed what becomes the outline of Bottles of Wine. It refers to meeting that they had in Anson's book. And this refers to a meeting Weber had with George Kathy, during which the discussions. Thank you, Mokes. Thank you, Moki. "I know this book is a hoax. We created this horror many bottles of wine ago." Judge Weinstein expressed concerns about the conducted. Judge Weinstein dismissed Lutz's claims in the September 1979 use of magazine. We wrote, "I know this book is a hoax. We created this horror story, Many Bottles of Wine." Okay. There is a serious ethical question of lawyers becoming literary agents. Weber himself filed a $2 million lawsuit against the couple, charging them with re-engineering their book idea, while Cromarties launched a suit against Lutz's parents, author Anson, and publisher. The trials, Lutz admitted virtually everything at the Amityville horror was pure fiction, according to articles the skeptics say. Alright. So we have some links for Moki. Isn't that something? I gained a subscriber. Isn't that something? You'd think by the... You think some people would think that I'd lose subs, but actually I've been gaining them, so... I just gained one. So shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for keeping it entertaining. OMG, don't do it. Yeah, there you go. Anyway. And this channel is not for the faint of hearts. It is not for snowflakes. And I might even say things that will offend you. I might do things that will offend you. That's why to not put me on a pedestal. But because you see with me, I'm authentic. If I say something that you agree or disagree with, it's authentic. You know, I'm not a pizza. I don't have that talent. So, as I said, so just a warning about my channel. It's not for the faint of hearts. Wow. That's something else, Moki. I'll show you all this. I'm not gonna play. And here we go. Oh no, Moki, I'm seeing the dancing spider. Scared. It's like Drake, got a lot of enemies. All right. All right, so if y'all don't like spiders, I'd recommend y'all kind of depart from this chat. But this is trained to dance volume up. All right, so this is a tarantula and it's trained to dance to music. Copyright reasons, I won't play it, the music part. But yeah, that's a tarantula dancing to music. Scared. Not everybody likes spiders, but there you go. Y'all aren't snowflakes. I think you and Aaron and Abby are tough people. Y'all are tough people. I don't think y'all are snowflakes. All right. Let's see. All right, you're right. It's like some gibberish. Okay. A drummer spider. Okay, I'm being a. I don't know my spiders that well because of I'm an alien from space. All right. Whatever. We'll go for it. Yeah, so I think that this is a very fascinating situation where you have the spider dancing to the music. That's really cool. So you have that. It's a jumping spider. People keep them as pets. It reminds you of a tarantula. It reminds you of a tarantula also. Scared. Yeah, it's almost cute. It's almost cute. All right, now I'm gonna go see about this other thing she sent me. It's an earth crab. Okay, I don't. It's an earth crab. You don't remember what it is. Okay. Oh, it's this thing again. It's this thing again. Okay. This is a beetle with explosive farts. Oh, hilarious. All right, good night, Squeegee. Thank you for coming. All right, so we got this. It's a beetle that has these toxic farts that go and it secretes this acid that destroys predators. Yeah, your spirit animal. Yeah, the atomic beetle. Scared. Abby said her farts are the same. Yeah, it's Smokey pooping on the lawns. Yeah, hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, Cecil, have a have a good night and a good weekend to you. It also shoots boiling acid out of its butts. Superhero. Yeah, scared. Read something about people communicating with farts. Ah, okay. Understood. Okay, 49ers. You too. Thank you for coming here. Good night to you. Thank you. Oh, hello, Danielle. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm today. I was at my grandpa's house and also doing some stuff with the internet. Oh, that's funny, Matt. Hello to see. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, pull your finger. Yeah. So Liberty was saying how people communicate with farts, and we're gonna go there. So hello, Matt. We're talking about some eclectic stuff. People communicate with farts, and we're gonna look at that. Okay. Using farts to communicate. Dookie autocorrect kiss it. Preliminary results of the U.S. flatulence study. Most people know about beans and their production of flatulence or farts, which referred to as toots or old familiar poem. Oh, hello, Gloria. It's great to see you. Scared. You weren't a fartist? Well, maybe I can convince you otherwise. Oh yeah, Liberty. Exactly. Exactly. Beans, beans, the magic fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal. What most people don't realize is that this poem sparked a discovery that will revolutionize the communication field, according to Dr. Stanley O'Toole, director of the typically tight lipped National Flatus Research Institute. Scared. Oh, hilarious. Danielle. I was eating some franks and beans with kids on a Sunday night, and I know it was Saturday because that's the only day I have. The kids, Mikey and my youngest one, was said that the beans magic fruit poem before eating beans, and this time it hit me as more than just a poem. The Tolle recalls during the press conference held over in Zoom announced that the preliminary results of the groundbreaking U.S. flatulence study. Yes, Danielle, I understood what you meant. Abby's a comedian. The NFRI was awarded a 10 million contract from the Department of Defense (DoD). The study of use of flauntants as a military application. Scientists already know that the farts are form of communication and used since the cave people days, along with the oral speech communication, is not limited to the voice and body language, but includes sounds and smells of the colonic wind. From where I am, it's beans, beans, the musical fruit. Oh. Scared. Exactly. Exactly. Comedy is the best medicine. That's why I absolutely hate it when people come in the trials and rip us from saying hi and being nice to each other and call us disrespectful and victims. Exactly. This is supposed to be a funny place. It's supposed to be, people could laugh and have a good time. That's why I said earlier, if people had topics that they want to not talk about, then that's okay. Laughter is the greatest medicine. Liberty says, "Do you speak Fartnese?" I don't speak it, but I understand it. Scared. The question researched by NFRI was whether this wind can be harnessed and used in communication, to what extent people use farting to communicate in normal life, and whether this form communication can be better accessed and employed in various settings, including military applications. Be sure to soak your beans overnight before you cook them, or else you'll turn your colon into semicolon. Hilarious. Abby says in Smoke and Skin, which is another channel, they are so mean to Alien and it's super annoying. They just feel like we're all strangers. Yeah. And Miranda, I appreciate you and the others that stick up for me. It just, Miranda, all over YouTube, mass trolling. Because you see, remember, Miranda, is that hate doesn't come from the top. If it does, it's a good thing. But usually people that hate are jealous and they wish they were alien. They wish they were alien. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, you see, hate comes from the bottom. It doesn't usually come from the top. And yeah, they wish they were me. You know, because as I said, I say this all the time. They can quote me, they can disagree with me, they can vilify me or vorify me, but they can't ignore me because I change things, and I started the alien movement on YouTube. And yeah, just when you get to millions of new friends, you're gonna have a few enemies. But I appreciate y'all that do defend me and like me. I appreciate that very much. And yes, Greg, just trolls and stuff around the platform. Like in chat rooms, there'll be people that will have, like, I'll encounter a troll here and there. So I do have some of the haters. Yeah. But I just don't pay any mind to them. Like Lil Wayne said, I put up a wall and they're just wallpaper. Yes, Miranda, exactly. They misinterpret what I do. Yes. Yeah. All right. It's amazing how far Alien gets in life by being kind and not being a creep. It's refreshing, actually. Thank you, Matt, for the kind words. I think compassion can cause a chain reaction. And it upsets the demons inside of them. It's true, Alien. They jealous. Right? Yes, some nasty people out there, they can't handle nice people. There's jealous people everywhere that shame, but I ignore them, Alien. Hun, yeah. Because they want a reaction. Greg, for right now, you don't have to beat anybody up for right now. Everything's taken care of. But thank you, my partner. And basically, we will. So right now, you are fine, Greg. Everything's fine. And let's see. And then we have. I'm guessing other chats. Abby, she's alien to like us. And Reaps, yes, was a chain reaction. It wasn't bad reason. I am here all the time. I just sense the grand wave. Oh yes, absolutely. All right. And the military has forced the exploring to use farts as codes. For example, spies can use farts signals for under audio and video surveillance, though predetermined code spies can send olfactories and audio fart messages, and occurring to Sunday's explosive pre-millenary results, farts do indeed work as an effective communication channel. When you really think about it, each fart has a pitch, duration, and intensity, as well as an olfactory signal. You can actually say quite a bit with a fart if you know. Otol can explains that farts can vary from silent to high frequency, squeaks, and personal favorite. A baritone tuba like explosion when you put a series of farts together temporarily. You create musical message of sorts and overlying olfactory notes. Dr. Carl Snicker, chief investigator of the Fecal Study Center, WHO, who is not involved in the study, sounded cautious. Note, I think they're talking out of their arses. He he did something spicy. Sometimes a fart is just a fart. I see no reason to look deeper into the subject. However, Dr. Rita Pugh, faculty archaeologist and founder to the Rita Pugh Center of the Bottom Research, who was not involved in the study, was more supportive. Some archaeologists and linguists have theorized for decades that the first form of interpersonal communication was through factulence signaling. I am Z Zehem. Do not arrest me for pooping on Aaron's lawn. Moki, I do not know how to feel about that. I think you might have come from. You're from a galaxy I might have a problem with. Scared. And you know what, Moki? I'll cut you some slack. I'm not going to arrest you for that. You know, I'll cut you some slack on that. Alright. Scared. However, Rita Pugh, fecal archaeologist and founder of the Rita Pugh Center for Bottom Research, who was also not involved in the study, was more supportive. Some archaeologists and linguists have theorized for decades that the first form of interpersonal communication was through flauntinance signaling. How a fart sounded and smelled would often make a pungent point about something. A picture may tell 1,000 words, but a solid fart makes a lasting impression, but superior to speech. I hope this research continues to explore this important form of communication, which is blowing a hole in the current academic thinking about farts. Oh, yeah. Most galaxies have gas giants, so that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. But Dr. Tolle is cautious. We still have some challenges ahead, especially pressure. We are feeling from up the top. At first, we are blown off, but now that we've released our early Flatus findings, the naysayers are stunned. Here's basic interpersonal communication that has been right under the scientists' nose at the time, but ignored. Some in the Pentagon and Congress want the steam ahead, but really can't rush the typing thing. Miranda's having some memories she's revealing at the moment. I love Canada, and every Canadian I've talked to discussed it, so what the F. Alright. Thank you, Liberty, for that. You know, because basically, we're going to the next thing, and basically, anytime you have to deal with haters and things like that, you got to remember that you're doing something, you stood and believed for something. That's the important thing. And that it doesn't matter what others think, you have to follow your own inner voice. And now, what we're going to get into is the other part. Yeah, let's see the title. Oh, we'll go to Diddy. See what's going on with Diddy. You didn't mean to send satire. Oh, it's all good, fam. Oh yeah, Liberty. I do believe it's a thing. I do believe it's. I do believe you. Let me see if I could find some serious article. Okay, thank you, Liberty. Down the list a little bit. All right. Abby says, "We're going to ship you to the Sentinel Islands so you can break bread with them and show them how cool you are. Then once you last 3 days, we'll bring you back." Oh, thank you. Thank you, Abby. Moki said, "I'm telling you all, there is really something to one world order. Why do we all have these problems? Why all the countries allowed violent trespassers?" Well, Moki, I do agree with you. I think that there is a NWO, and I think that they want to cause the stabilization of different countries and people. And basically, they are good with causing mayhem and destruction. So, as I said, Moki, I think that there's a nefarious agenda behind it. Oh, hola, Latina. Good to see you. Alien spaceship. Hello. Oh, hola, Latina. It's great to see you, my friend. Welcome. Yeah, Abby, that sounds like a great idea. Absolutely. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, you gotta save some grass for us, Smokey. Scared. Alright, so now we're gonna be continuing on. Combs' former assistant says she almost forgot about Combs' abuse when things were good. Defense attorney Brian Steele continued showing photos of Mia posted on social media and asked her whether she posted photos of. Right on, Aaron. Defense attorney Brian Steele continued showing photos of Mia posted on social media and asked her whether she posted photos of a man who ruined her life. All right, peace out, Latina. Peace out. Exactly, Abby. I'll get you the grass you need. Yes, and my boss in person, I was at the time. She testified, "How did you have good moments in Sean Combs when you were terrified of him?" Steele asked. "It is easy because the dynamics would shift." Mia replied, "So when things were good, we felt really safe. We almost forgot about those things." That's Brian Steele, and that is the situation. I'll read you up. All right, Danielle, understood. Oh, trial art. Yeah. Combs' former employee says she had to beg for permission to go to her grandmother's funeral. Sean Diddy Combs' former assistant, Mia, said that she had friends outside of her job, but she didn't get to see them or speak to them. "I did not have an external sounding board," she said. Defense attorney Brian Steele suggested that she could have reached out to them if she wanted to. No, there was absolutely no time, and I had to get permission to leave to do things. She responded, I had to beg to go to my grandma's funeral. Mia said she was fearful for her own safety when Combs was unhappy. I was in fear anytime Puff was not happy because I wanted to make sure that he was, because then I was safe, he testified. Diddy and R. Kelly read the same How to Start a Hip Hop Cult. Exactly. Exactly. Is it like the Jim Jones and stuff like that? Certainly like a cult. Diddy has two walnuts. She could have just popped a cap in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ex assistant shared a glowing birthday post from Combs even after she said he threatened her life. On June 2022, on June 22nd, Mia reposted an Instagram post of Sean Diddy Combs published about her for her birthday. Combs posted a photo of them together and wrote, besides, every great man is a great woman. He added, P.S. Sorry, I was acting crazy last night. I know, it looks like he threatened everybody. I'm scared. Ex assistant shared a glowing birthday post from Combs even after she said he threatened her life. On June 22, 2014, Mia reposted an Instagram post Sean Diddy Combs published about her for her birthday. Combs posted a photo of them together and wrote, besides, every great man is a great woman. He added, P.S. Sorry, I was acting crazy that night. He had threatened my life and the phone that night before, and I guess this was his apology, Mia testified. In the repost, she wrote, nicest caption, thanks, Puff. You've shown me the world. Defense attorney Brian Steele asked Mia if she reposted this even though she said Combs had just threatened her life and traumatized for years. Yes, of course, she testified. He really did. I want to believe he stood in front of a mirror and threatened himself to, what you looking at, biatch? Oh yeah, I'm sure he did it to himself too. He threatened everything he came across. Well, get her off your lawn, Aaron, and have a great night and a great weekend. Sean Combs, that's his surname, I think. Let's see. Is that a last name? That might be something he made up. Is Combs is Combs a last name? It's a surname, and it's of English origin. Combs changed his birthday at one point. Ex assistant testifies. Mia, one of Sean Diddy Combs' former assistants, a point that Combs changed his birthday. Defense attorney Brian Steele showed another photo of Mia posted to celebrate Combs' birthday where the caption said, "The part of Happy New Birthday." Steele asked Mia what that referred to. I can look up the origins of that name. Sure. Historically, surnames. Okay, like here. Historically, surnames evolved by place of origin, clan affiliation, parentage, adaptation, characteristics like red hair. Many modern dictionary, British Ireland. All right, let's go to House of Names. I'm looking it up. All right. Combs is an ancient roots of the Combs family are in the Anglo-Saxon culture. The name Combs comes from when the family lived in a small valley, and surname Combs is often derived from the Old English word cumb, which means valley. So it means valley. In this case, it belongs to the class of topographic surnames, which were given to people who reside near the physical features such as hills, streams, and churches, or types of trees. Alternately, the surname Combs may be derived from residence in one of many places called Combe, or Cumbe. In case belongs to the large category of Anglo-Saxon, which are derived from pre-existing names, towns, villages, parishes, or farmsteads. All right, so it means a valley. Combs changes birthday at one point. Ex-assistant testifies. Mia, one of the Sean Diddy Combs' former assistant, testified that at one point Combs changed his birthday. Defense attorney Brian Steele showed another photo of Mia posted to celebrate Combs' birthday, where the caption said, "In part of Happy New Birthday." Steele asked Mia what it referred to. Puff decided to change his birthday that year. We are all promoted, she testified. All right, you all take care. I need some sleep. Good night, everyone, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. Alien, keep on being a G. Well, thank you. I will keep on being a G. Good night to you, Abby. Have a blessed weekend. All right. The jurors are dismissed from lunch for lunch. Get up to speed in the latest from court. Mia Sean Diddy Combs, former assistant and friend to Casey Ventura, continued to testifying under pseudonym after a short morning break. Here's what happened. Under cross examination, Mia testified that she posted positive social media posts, some of which the jury saw, and about Combs in part because the social media was about showing how great your life was, even if it wasn't true. Combs fans followed her, and she didn't want her family to know what she was actually going through. Behind the scenes, Mia testified, no external sounding board. Mia said she was in fear at the time. Combs was unhappy because his happiness equated to her safety. Mia testified that she had friends outside of her job, but she didn't get to see them. Speaking them, I did not have an external sounding board. she said when it was suggested that she could have reached out to them if she wanted to, and she disagreed, saying, "No, there was absolutely no time, and I had to get permission to leave or do things," adding, "had to beg to get to her grandmother's funeral." Scared. Shout out to Cherry. Defense argues that two that show a video of Mia recorded and sent to Combs wishing him happy birthday in 2013. The judge is back on the bench, but jury isn't back yet. The defense is arguing to show that the jury a video that Mia recorded that sent to Sean Diddy Combs wishing him a happy birthday in 2013. The defense didn't give notice to the court or the government until the lunch break. Judge Ariam Subramanian leaned toward the precluding the video because it's cultivative and noticed too late. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo said Mia's demeanor on the stand is the act of the defense wants to show the video of the upbeat Mia talking about Combs to help prove that the assertion to the jury. The judge is giving the defense 5 minutes to give the story straight and why this video is just coming up now. Moki says, "I never knew Canadians were so touchy. I thought they liked it when someone poops in their lawn." You think they'd be used to it considering what's going on over there. Yeah. Yeah, well, we learned something new today. All right. So what we're doing now, so Moki, I think you're probably overhearing it, but we're talking about some things with Diddy. Aaron and Abby went off to rest, as you know. Right. Judge says defense can't show jury the video of Mia's happy birthday greetings to Combs. Judge Aaron Subramanian has precluded the jury after watching the happy birthday video. He said the relevance and probative value of the video is minimal, and also it's precluded because of the defense failure to turn it over sooner than the government. He said the defense attorney Brian Steele can still ask Mia about the video. Defense continues cross-examination of Mia as the jury returns to lunch. Scared. Jamie, scared. Defense continues cross-examination of Mia as jury returns after lunch break. Mia back on the stand, and the jury is back in the courtroom. Defense attorney Brian Steele continued the cross-examination of Mia, a former employee of Sean Diddy Combs, who is testifying under the pseudonym. Scared. Jury is shown more photos of Mia posted on social media for Combs' birthday. The jury showed more photos of Mia posted on social media for Sean Diddy Combs' birthday. Defense attorney Brian Steele asked Mia how she could post about his birthday without recognizing the significance as the time he allegedly sexually assaulted her from the first time. Oh. Hilarious, Smokey. It was Puff's birthday. That's what the date was, she said, and I tried to forget that night, that shove it down, never wanted to think about it again. Steele keeps going through photo collages Mia posted annually on her Instagram, wishing Combs had a happy birthday. After she explained each photo, Steele asked Mia why she'd post such loving words about Combs if he traumatized her for years. Mia explained that she was expected to post Combs' birthday while she was working for him. Yeah, Moki's just joking around. Former assistant director, former assistant reveals scrapbook she made for Combs. Mia, a former assistant for Sean Diddy, Combs, is now reviewing a scrapbook she made for him. Looking at it, she said, "I remember this. I was so nice to me." Mia gave the scrapbook to Combs for his 45th birthday in 2014. She wrote, "Happy birthday, 45th birthday, Puff Daddy," in large red letters following a page-long handwritten note. Puff, sometimes life goes by at a catastrophic speed where you never get to live in and enjoy the now, Mia wrote in the note. She wrote she hoped that he'd be able to sit back and take in how much he's accomplished, saying she put together a book of magazine articles from 1991 to 1999 to stir up nostalgic feelings of when you started and how you felt. Hola, Bina. Good to see you, fam. We're discussing Puff right now. Yeah. Mia testifies she thought that the scrapbook would make Combs happy. Mia testifies that she made a scrapbook. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't still smell in here. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't smell in here. All right. If we do get some, let's see. We just need to not get any pumpkin spice drinks from Starbucks, and we'll all be good. As a joke, right there. All right. Mia testifies that she thought the scrapbook would make Combs happy. Mia testified that she made a scrapbook of Sean Diddy Combs after a conversation where he told her, "I used to look at the world and way you did," and implied there was nothing left now and he had done everything. She said it was hard to get a birthday present for someone who hasn't have a lot of money. And she thought that the book would make him happy. My city's full of Canadian smoke, so I couldn't smell it anyways. I was young and manipulated, eager to survive. Mia says when asked why she worked, eager to survive, asked why she, when she asked why she worked so long for Combs. All right, so defense, I think that, okay, I'm just going to read this part. Defense attorney Brian Steele challenges Mia on why she worked for Sean Diddy Combs so long and did things for him like make a scrapbook for his birthday, and even though she said she endured physical and birthday, and even though she said she endured physical and sexual emotional abuse for years. Mia testified that her therapist or psychology textbook would explain it better, but said in abusive relationship there's a cycle of violence. I will finally get to Canada this year for work. Well, that's great. You know, enjoy the syrup. Americans don't deserve maple syrup. Jamie, you might be right about that. We really certainly don't deserve it. Quote, I was young and manipulated and eager to survive. I'm unraveling a lot of this now in therapy. Nobody was there to say these things and were wrong. There was nobody around that ever flinched at his behavior, Mia said. I was always in trouble, and I was always trying to find a way not to be in trouble. Well, Canadians don't deserve tacos. G said, hey, alien, just stop by for a quick minute to tell you to check your emails when you get a chance. Am finishing up on a trial. Speak to you tomorrow, and blessings to you and your grandpa. Okay, G, I'll check the email later. Okay, G, a peace be with you, and have a great weekend. All right. Mia says her trauma brain often wins over her logic brain. Scared. How are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Mia, a former assistant, Sean Diddy Combs, who said she was physically and sexually abused by a rapper, said there was a difference between her logic brain and the trauma brain. Why did you need someone else saying it was wrong for Combs to make you feel like you would delete him? Defense attorney Brian Steele asked her. Mia responded that she had logic brain and a traumatic brain. The trauma brain often wins. Eventually it becomes normalized and you're just trying to get back to the good and makes excuses for people. I'm a people pleaser, the lady says. I'm an empath. I'm a rule follower, she testified. I just wanted to do my best and everybody happy all time, so I tend to take a lot more than normal people. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know if I should apologize for that. I forgive people for things that she said. We're almost done, chat. We have a little bit more to go. Taco Bell's Jingle Bells, all the way. Ex-assistant says she hasn't lied to anyone at all about sexual allegations. Defense attorney Brian Steele suggested 3 times during the cross-examination of Mia, former assistant of Sean Diddy Combs, that she made up sexual assault allegation. Defense attorney Brian Steele suggested, Bina, you were very wise. Very wise, Bina. You're always on my side, Bina. Thank you. And on the side of truth. Not in the other situation, just I've known you for a while and I appreciate you. Defense attorney Brian Steele suggested 3 times during his cross-examination of Mia, the former assistant of Sean Diddy Combs, and she made up sexual assault allegations against the music mogul. Mr. Combs never had unwanted, consensual, forcible sexual contact with you. Isn't that true? Steele asked. Wait, I said in the courtroom, is true. I have not lied to anyone, Mia replied. Mia explains how she gathered material for the scrapbook to mark Combs' birthday, to create birthday scrapbook, and Mia said research out to the people of Sean Diddy Combs' companies who handled archives and asked them for copies of articles mentioning the music mogul. She then printed out the articles of highlighted Combs' name put in the chronological order in a scrapbook to mark 45th birthday of 2014. Moki, we need to stay on topic. Okay? Thank you. Defense attorney asks Mia about making a birthday video for Combs. Defense attorney Brian Steele asks Mia about the birthday video, and the judge, Arun Shrubramnian, precluded earlier this afternoon from being admitted to the evidence. Asked if she remembered making a birthday video of Sean Diddy Combs, Mia said that one year she compiled a video of shoutouts from many important people in his life, including herself. She said she probably told Combs that she loved him in the video, but doesn't remember. Mia testifies. Couldn't remember how many people participated. She reached out a list of people Combs always wanted at the parties and his family to, if they wanted to send a shout out, and got many videos back. Mia said Steele suggested Mia made the video in 2013 and couldn't remember the year. And also, I do not collaborate with people that troll me. I do not collaborate with people that troll me. Not true. So people that troll me and do things that I don't, say stuff about me that is not nice, that not to me directly.
Trolling you.
Nobody, everything's fine. I'm just making a statement. And I do not collaborate with people like that. And that's my end of story. Jury sees text messages Mia sent to another employee after learning the company was shutting down. The jury saw messages Mia sent to Christina and Karam. Sean Diddy Combs, chief of staff, December 2016. She testified the messages were following her meeting with another executive who informed her Revolt Films to be shutting down. She wrote to Yes, correct, Miranda. Correct. She wrote to Kroham saying, "My life is over." The two exchanged a couple of messages before Mia stopped responding. Kroham and two exchanged a couple of messages before Mia stopped responding and answered her phone, and later responded, apologized, saying that she'd call Karam soon. Karam said that she wanted to make sure Mia was okay, and I'm not, but alive. I love you, Mia responded, according to the messages. Karam sent Mia a message calling her superstar and complimenting her. Mia responded, she is heartbroken, and breathe. How about an unofficial rule of the channel and not talk about people unless they are here? Sound good? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there problems in the thing?
No, they're referring to some clown that I helped out a little while back that had some problems with some stuff that happened, some things in my streams, some criticisms, but never told me directly, and decided to go and say a bunch of trolling stuff behind my back, but I was always listening. And then I was able to see the situation, and also the person probably wants to boost their own ratings and make their own channel bigger because I'm such a famous, amazing person.
Someone I know over there?
No. It was a person that used to be here.
What was their name?
It was a person named Gam.
Tell me later if you want.
Person named Gam. As I said, and they are not, I do not do that with anybody.
Okay, I don't really understand.
Moki, I will never do that. And you need to stop talking about it. Okay. Ex-assistant says leaving Combs Film Company felt like the worst thing in the world. I think I read that. Let's go up. Yes, Jamie. Absolutely. Jury is dismissed for the day, and Mia is expected to be back on the stand Monday. The jury has been dismissed for a day, and Mia, the former assistant Sean Diddy Combs, who is testifying under a pseudonym, is expected to return for cross-examination Monday morning. Lawyers are discussing evidentiary issues. While the jury is done for the day, defense attorney, prosecutors is still in the courtroom discussing evidentiary issues. All right, Matt. Prosecutors list The prosecutor lists the next 4 witnesses expected to testify after Mia. After Mia, the former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs, who is testifying under a pseudonym, wraps her testimony next week, the prosecutors this afternoon listed the next 4 weeks they expected to take the stand in 6 trial of the music Mongol. Intra-Q Santos Eddie Garcia, who worked in secretary of the Intercontinental Hotel Garcia, is expected to justify under immunity. A hotel custodian, Frank Piazza, a forensic video expert. Okay. One more thing, then we'll be done.
You can do it a little longer if you like.
Well, I'm almost done the topic.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Day 13 in Sean Diddy Combs' trial wraps up. Here's what happened this afternoon. A former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs and friend of Casey Ventura continue testifying this afternoon. Mia, who is testifying under a pseudonym, is expected to take the stand again on Monday. Social media posts. The jury was shown more photos Mia posted on social media for Combs' birthday. Defense attorney Brian Steele asked Mia how she could post about the music Mongol's birthday without recognizing the significance, as a time allegedly sexually assaulted her at the first time. Mia testified she was expected to post Combs' birthday while she was working for him. Remember yesterday Mia said that the first time Combs sexually assaulted her was a few months into her employment. They were plaza in a hotel, New York City. Birthday party. Eager to survive, Steele challenged Mia on why she worked for Combs so long and did things for him like to make scrapbook for 45th birthday video, and though she said she endured physical and sexual emotional abuse for years. Mia said the therapist or a psychology book would explain it better, but said in an abusive relationship there's a cycle of violence and that she is people pleaser who just wants to make others happy. That's funny, Moki. I was young and manipulated and eager to survive. She testified, I'm unraveling a lot, and this is now in therapy. Nobody was there to say these things that were happening were wrong. There's nobody around us ever even flinched at his behavior. I was in trouble, and I was always just trying to find a way not to be in trouble. Maintained honesty. Mia said she hasn't lied to anyone at all. An alleged sexual assault she endured by Combs after Steele suggested 3 times during this cross-examination that she made up allegations. More Mr. Combs, never unwanted, non-consensual, forcible sexual conduct with you. Isn't that true? Still asked, what I said in the court is true. I have not lied to anyone, Mia replied. Leaving Combs' film company, Mia said she was loving working in film and TV when she was informed in 2016 the Revolt film she was shutting down, she was leaving, felt like the worst thing in the world. She told Steele that her time in company was only life she knew. I didn't want to leave the company that I built where I was actually started to see my dreams come to fruition. All right. And that is all we have to do for tonight. We completed everything.
You don't have to end it.
I know. I want to end it.
Ansel, I heard you.
And the reason why I want to end it is because we finished all the topics. There's nothing else to talk about. So, all right. And I want to thank all of you for coming here. And Joe Schmo, hey chat, have a great weekend. Oh, hello, Joe Schmo. Oh, good to see you. Welcome. All right. And you're from that other trial chat. Okay. So, everybody, thank you for coming here. Okay, Miranda, I'll see you a little bit later. All right. And everybody, have a great weekend. And also, I do not want it to be discussed about me and the other user here anymore. We're not going to talk about it here anymore. Okay? And reason why we're finished, because I finished all the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. All right. So everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see all of you on the next one. Balloons didn't show up. Let's try it again.